just got this bad boy in the mail. I'm not sure that I've seen their latest iteration of their hardware keypad. I may have. However, I think it was the wireless one that I'd worked with before. So this is US Automatic's new hardware keypad, 2 relays, request to exit, LEDs if it looks like they're wireless ones, looks cool. 1,000 access codes, permanent or temporary. I've already taken this off of the cover using the key that it comes with. So that's the platform. And let's do the old, is this usable test? Did they get it right? And the answer is yes. They actually put the holes where a 4x4 plate holes, not that there's a standard, but would typically be. So that's cool. So just cut you a big 2-inch square in the middle of that, set it on 2x2-inch square tube of your pedestal, and you're good to go. So the one thing I like about this is that it is sealed in the back, and if there's anybody that's ever installed an AK11, which in my opinion would be the standard go-to for keypads, just because they're reliable, they're durable, and they're kind of known as the standalone keypad. The thing I like about these is that they're sealed in the back. So it doesn't look like it has a little rubber gasket there, but that was kind of hard to pull off. Let's see. Feels like there's there's a little rubber gasket right there that's embedded in that. 12, 24 volts. It looks like AC or DC, so that's a good thing. Here's what's common in a lot of these keypads. You have to open it up to actually hit the master reset. So beeper, 2 independent relays, which look like there's some big badass chunky relays. Not gonna turn it on or anything like that. Not set up to do that, but just thought I would show this, and the fact that it's sealed in the back. Oh, fragile. So anybody out there using this, what do they think? And separate from that, and it came with a printed manual and all that good stuff. So we'll hook that up here in the training center and get to using that. And separate from that, because that's a wired keypad, they also sent their their new transmitter. This is what their old 2-button transmitter looks like. They had a 4-button transmitter as well too. This looks like, I don't know if it's the same FCC ID or not. See if I can see that. No, it's a different FCC ID. So that means that it must have something different in there, but I just looked it up and it is 433 megahertz. So take a look at the spectrum here real quick, your frequency spectrum. So let's see what we got. You can also hear it as well too. Here's the old remote. It's got a 900 megahertz antenna on it because I primarily was using this for RFID long range readers, and so looks like they're all 433 as you can see. And so much energy that they're putting about the same energy. Of course, this older one is a older battery. Actually, that looks like it's putting out a lot more. But 433 is a very reliable frequency, and it used to be the go-to for me when I was having a problem with 318 or something like that. So that's what their new remote looks like. And of course, looks like these are universal, the clips. They did a nice job on the clip. Let me turn this thing off. If you don't have a software-defined radio, I highly recommend you getting them. It could separate you from your competition, but 1 button, 2 button, this one feels a lot better. It really does, but one of the reasons why, so I'm assuming this is compatible with their receiver. One of the reasons why I also like these, where it got me out of a jam, not only on the frequency, but it also got me out of a jam when I needed to latch a relay. So if your customer has a automatic gate opener with the timer set to it, they can use normal everyday with 1 button. Click the button, opens, they come in, clear all the entrapment devices, and a timer kicks off and then closes. But there are some times where you have your maintenance, your lawn care, a party or something like that, where you can hit the second button and it'll stay latched until you hit it again. Sometimes called party mode, but I'm always in party mode, so I really don't know much about that. Anyways, thought it'd be something that I want to take a look at, considering the back is sealed. And if you've ever used an AK11 and a customer calls and says, hey, it's not working, 9 times out of 10 your power supply is bad, or when you open up the cover, when you take the back cover off of it, you open it up and you just see ants and stuff like that on it. So pretty neat that this one's sealed from the back. So if you've got bad climate, bad insects, bad rodents or something like that, maybe that's a good option for you. Looks pretty clean. It's a little bit bigger, taller, wider than an AK11, but it's not as deep. So looks like that covers plastic on the back. Fits in there pretty good. And it uses a 622 key. Yeah, 622 key. I'm not sure what else that goes to. So thanks to the guys over at US Automatic, we'll put those in the training center. Oh, and here's a big deal. It comes with hardware. Yay! Some of these keypads out there don't come with hardware, so having the hardware is nice. And I guess these are plugs for the bottom of it. Oh no, that's for, yeah, it's plugs for the bottom. So if you bring a wire into it, this will fit around it if you're not using conduit. So those must be 1/2-inch knockouts that are just stamped in there. Yeah, that must be that. They're not knockouts per se, but that ring is stamped out in there so you can actually fit a conduit in the back. Boy, it's kind of narrow back there, so when you go to put your lock washer on there, it's going to be a tight fit back there. If I'm going to drill the hole, first time I'm going to do it, I'm going to offset it a little bit back over here, so it doesn't have as much chance of being obstructed from the side or the back. So maybe if Nick sees this video, maybe he could answer that. Was that what those are kind of for? Because if so, they need to be up here and over here. Further, well, not necessarily over here, because it looks like it's going to clear that. Oh, maybe not. There's actually an angle right there. So if you do go to put a 1/2-inch conduit in there, highly recommend you start and don't drill it in the center, drill it over here. So excited to see what this thing does.